Wes, thank you so much for taking time to come and to be with us today. We have missed seeing you. It's been a long time, so we're excited to be here with you today. And we are excited about the fact that we're going to be gathering together in worship again starting on July 5th, but also continuing to worship online as well. And as we start to gather in person on July 5th, we've been talking about some things called our mindful measures. And Chuck and I, we're going to go over those here real quick, and then we have some questions for you that you can help us out with. So here's some of the mindful measures that we'll be implementing starting on July 5th when we begin to gather in person again.
Doors will be propped open.
They will, yep. That way you don't have to walk past a greeter coming in or out, and so the doors will be propped open, ready to welcome you when you get here.
Masks are strongly recommended.
Yep, especially if you're planning to sing, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. And all of our volunteers will be wearing masks as well.
Bulletins will not be offered, and offering boxes will be available in the foyer. That'll be a change, but you can drop your offering in the back. Or continue to give as you have been through these times of quarantine.
Yep. And we'll also have some changes in the sanctuary where every other pew will be roped off to help with good social distancing. And then ushers will guide you to a specific seat. We'll start from the front and work our way to the back.
And then communion is going to be different. Ushers will hand communion elements as you enter the sanctuary, and it'll be a kind of a
communion to go.
Communion to go. It'll be all in one little thing that has to be open so you won't spill it, but they will give that to you as you enter the sanctuary.
Yep. And then at the end of the service, the ushers will help dismiss from the back to the front. And we just ask that as you're being dismissed to head on outside if you want to continue having conversations with each other at a safe social distance.
It's kind of like at a wedding, they one row at a time.
That's right. We'll get the hang of it.
Yeah.
And then the vulnerable or any who would like, you are welcome to continue worshiping online. That will continue as it is now, and so we'll continue to provide that as well.
We're going to kind of do both.
Yep.
And we're going to try to do both as well as we possibly can, so you can take advantage of either one.
Yep, and then all ages, because of social distancing and all of these mindful measures that we're implementing, will be in worship together. So there will not be a time that children are dismissed to go to the neighborhood, the nursery, or the cul-de-sac. And then also, for right now, the coffee bar will remain closed. And
that's not good.
That's not good?
Well, I guess. Yeah,
okay.
People need to bring their own coffee,
yes,
I guess.
Bring your own coffee. Now, Wes, I'm not a doctor, and Chuck, he has an honorary doctorate,
What do you mean by that?
It was given to you, right?
Right.
How did you earn that one?
I just followed your mom around the world.
I knew he would say that. But you are an actual doctor, and so we wanted to ask you, as a member of our congregation and as a doctor, can you help us understand a little bit, why have we put these mindful measures in place and why they're helpful for us?
Correct. Well, thank you for having me today. Appreciate the vote of confidence. So in this time of coronavirus, the question is, how vulnerable are we? How does the coronavirus, how is it transmitted? Just some basics. Basically, when somebody has coronavirus, that coronavirus likes to grow along the upper respiratory tract, and it is present in our saliva and our nasal drainage, for lack of a better word. When we cough or sneeze, that's aerosolized, and that virus can be transmitted one person to the next. The question I get more than any in clinic these days are, do face masks work? Does social distancing work? Do these mindful measures really make a difference? And the answer is a resounding yes, they do. And it's more than just an opinion, it's actual science behind this. Take face masks, for example.
Like these right here?
Face masks, correct.
Okay, we'll put ours on.
Go ahead. I get a little claustrophobic. I've been PCR tested, so I'm negative, so I'm good. But there have been over 170 studies done in 16 different countries on whether face masks make a difference. And the data really is all pointing to one answer: yes, it does make a difference. If two people are in the same room, one has corona, the other doesn't, and they're doing no mindful measures except for the face mask, the transmission rate is dropped from 17.4% to 3.1%.
Wow.
So over fivefold.
Yeah, wow.
So the question is how face masks truly work. That's another question we get a lot. Face masks actually keep you from transmitting the virus to somebody else. It doesn't necessarily keep you from getting the virus. In other words, we wear face masks for what it does for other people, not for ourselves.
Got it.
Just to clarify, there are particular face masks that have to be fit tested that can keep you from getting the virus.
Got it.
But generally speaking, we wear face masks for the prevention of spread of the virus.
Those droplets, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And whether you have symptoms or not, you can still spread the virus. So if you're asymptomatic, you can still spread that virus.
Yeah.
So the other thing is social distancing. That is a huge benefit as well. The studies have been done with just 1 meter and then 2 meters apart.
Yeah.
Excuse me. When they're 1 meter apart, the transmission rate drops from 12.8 to 2.6%. If that distance is doubled to 6 feet, that transmission rate is cut in half.
Wow.
So just to throw some math out there, I'm a data heavy guy,
Yeah.
but I think it helps just
Yeah.
to show it's not just opinion. These
Right.
things really do matter.
Right. It's very helpful.
No, we've had a committee
Yeah.
that
tell us
you've been
about it.
working with, and Wes is part of the committee, and some of our other medical professionals. And so we're trying to do our best to be as careful as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And so thank you for taking the time to come and to help us, because Chuck and I, we do the theology side of things, but we really needed help on
That's right.
the medical side of this as well. So we're thankful. And on the theological side of this, we've talked for a long time about caring well for those around us, caring well for our neighbor. And it kind of makes me think of what Paul wrote to the Corinthians, that passage when he talks about, I don't think it's wrong to eat meat sacrificed to idols, but I'm not going to do it for others.
Other people.
And so kind of that same thought is like, let's do our best to think about others. My biggest hope for us, Shawnee family, is that when we come to church together again, that we don't take time to focus on, hey, you're wearing a mask or you're not, but we really focus on how we love one another. And so we're excited to be gathering in worship together. We know it's going to be a little different, and we know that it'll be different as we gather in person and online as well. But we really are excited about the fact that we get to continue to be the body of Christ together. And so bless you. Thank you for being here and taking this time to listen in. And Wes, thank you, Dr. Wes, for being here with us. We're used to hearing about a quizzing update, so this is this is
different.
great. A little bit
That's
different.
right. That's
So
right.
thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care.
Amen.